Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Farm Bureau Minute. It is week 13 in Helena, and we are trucking through another good week and getting close to the end of the session. Well, not probably too close, but the change of the pace and the different ways that the legislature is working at this time is very noticeable, and we'll talk a bit about that today in addition to some bills. But Carly's going to start us off with a bill that we supported that passed on the Senate floor this week.
Yes, House Bill 354 passed 45-5 on the Senate floor. We really appreciate all the broad support on that. And what that does is it increases the penalty for criminal trespass and allows for hunting and fishing licenses to be revoked for those people that are convicted of criminal trespass. And criminal trespass is someone that is intentionally trespassing onto property that's clearly marked. And it's something that our policy is supportive of and something that certainly we struggle with in the country to address. And we're happy for the additional tools to be able to remind folks that trespassing isn't a good idea.
That's right. And congratulations to Representative Kohenauer for having that pass this session. She's brought it a few times before, so we're glad to be able to help shepherd it across the finish line this year. So speaking of the Senate floor, one of the changes that I was mentioning about the pace of the legislature this week is all about floor action. So as you know, bills have to be heard in committee, passed out of committee, then they go onto the floor. Sometimes they have to go back to the Appropriations Committee and then back out on the floor for second and third reading. But we're at that point in the session where many bills have been heard in committee and there's kind of a backlog on the floor. So the Senate in particular has been doing 2 boards a day. They did 2 yesterday. They have 2 today. We'll see about tomorrow. The House also has 2 boards today, although on their second board, I see they just have 1 bill. But this means they're kind of clearing through the bills to get them moving through the process or to stop their movement through the process, of course, before deadlines come up. We are on day 72 today. Is that right?
Sounds right.
And
so 1,064, but 72, I think is the official count.
That's right. But I could look at my sheets here, but there are deadlines coming up for bills that have been amended, for bills that are appropriation bills or revenue bills. Those are all coming up in the next few days. So that's why we're seeing so much floor action. And also why we're seeing kind of hearings at interesting times of the day. So it's about 11:30 right now. At noon, we'll be going in and supporting House Bill 441, which is Representative Minor's bill that will settle or puts the process in place for settling provisional permits. As we get closer to the final adjudication, this is very important. It does have a small appropriation. Small is a relative term up here, I guess, but it's going to cost the state about $1 million a year to be able to work through settling the provisional permits. This is a very important process, though, of course. We've been working through adjudication. Now we've got it, and that's for all the water rights pre-1973. We're going to have to work through those ones post-73, and this puts that process in place. We need to have that done, and so we will be in there supporting that bill, helping the committee understand that this is important funding.
Yes, and also it was confirmation palooza this week, as
Sure
we like
was.
to call it. There were lots of important board confirmations that came up, and we were able to support Director Norikowski, the DEQ director. We were also able to support the water court judge nominations of Steve Brown for chief water judge and for associate water judge Bina Peters, and we were happy to be able to support them. Especially Judge Brown has phenomenal background and has been great for us to work with in the past, and we're looking forward to working with Bina. She's been great about reaching out to us and is interested in continuing to have a good relationship with Farm Bureau, so we certainly appreciate that.
That's right. We supported a lot of board nominations as well in Senate Ag on Tuesday. Those are moving through the process. And then this afternoon, we'll also be supporting Director Castor's confirmation hearing. We'll see a few more next week, but we're working through those. That means the legislature is getting through their work. We'll have a lot more, I think we'll have a lot more discussion and a lot more updates for you on the property tax front next week. There's a lot of things brewing, but I think we're going to start seeing some movement and some direction in that front in the next week. So stay tuned. It'll be exciting. Do we have any questions popping up? That's what I like to hear.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Also, look for your legislative highlights. They will be they're at the printer now, so you should have some good updates from us on specific bills and just activities we've been up to over the last month. Thanks.